How to write clear research objectives and questions. So you found your research topic, great. But now comes the next big question. How do I turn this topic into clear, focused research objectives and questions? Many PhD scholars get stuck here. Their topic is interesting, but their objectives sound too broad, too general, or too many. The truth is, clear objectives are like a roadmap. Without them, you can read endlessly and still feel lost. So today, let's talk about how to transform your ideas into sharp, achievable, and meaningful research objectives and questions. 1. Start with the problem you want to solve. Every strong objective begins with a problem that needs an answer. Go back to your problem statement. What issue or gap did you identify? Ask yourself, what exactly am I trying to find out, explain, or improve? Once you're clear about the problem, your objectives naturally become focused on solving it. Remember, your research objectives are not just tasks. They are the steps to close the research gap. 2. Use action words that show purpose. Good objectives always begin with action verbs that define what you want to achieve. For example, to examine the relationship between financial literacy and retirement preparedness. To identify factors influencing saving behavior among Generation Y employees. To evaluate the effectiveness of financial education programs, avoid vague words like understand or explore. They don't show clear direction. Instead, use precise verbs like analyze, assess, determine, measure, compare, or investigate. These make your objectives measurable and research ready. 3. Make sure they are SMART. Your objectives should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific. Focus on one main idea per objective. Measurable. Define what data or indicators you'll use. Achievable. Ensure your goals fit your timeline and resources. Relevant. Keep it connected to your research gap. Time-bound. Make it realistic within your PhD duration. When your objectives are SMART, your research direction becomes clear, both to you and your supervisor. 4. Derive your research questions from the objectives. Once your objectives are written, convert them into research questions. Think of it this way. Objective: to examine the relationship between X and Y. Question: what is the relationship between X and Y? Your research questions should mirror your objectives, but be phrased as inquiries. These guide your data collection and analysis. Clear questions lead to clear findings and fewer revisions later. 5. Limit the number. Focus the depth. Many PhD students make the mistake of listing too many objectives. 3 to 5 well-focused objectives are usually enough. Each one should connect logically to the next, like steps in a ladder leading to your main aim. Remember, depth matters more than quantity. A focused study with strong results is far more valuable than a scattered one that tries to do everything. 6. Align everything with theory and method. Your objectives should align with your theoretical framework and research method. If your theory predicts relationships, your objectives should test them. If your method is qualitative, your objectives should explore meanings or experiences. This alignment gives your research coherence, showing that every part supports the same purpose. 7. Review, refine, and get feedback. Finally, share your objectives and questions with your supervisor or peers. Fresh eyes can spot ambiguity or overlap that you might miss. Don't be afraid to revise. Refinement is a sign of growth. Every time you rewrite, your ideas become sharper, your scope becomes clearer, and your confidence grows stronger. So, remember, your research objectives are your compass. They show where you're going, why it matters, and how you'll get there. Don't rush them. Build them carefully, confidently, and logically, because once your objectives are clear, the rest of your research will finally start to make sense.